Hi, I'm Annie. Today I'm going to talk about my feeling that statistics are meaningless. Now I know that logically statistics have some meaning, but they don't feel meaningful to me, and it's probably because I have savior feeling over thinking. So the way things feel and what I believe about them is sort of extremely subjective. Logic doesn't always, enter into the equation when it comes to my perception of the world, facts, figures, and statistics. So I got the jab today. I got my first vaccine shot, and I have mixed feelings about it. First of all, you might be wondering, do I have any weird EP conspiracy thoughts about the vaccine? Not particularly. But do I trust the government? No, of course not. Do I trust pharmaceutical companies? No. Why would I? Do I trust the extortionist healthcare system that we're all living under in the United States? No. I think that's just a sign of intelligence. Of course I'm skeptical. The vaccine was rolled out really quickly. It's sketchy. There's a lot we don't know about it. Not very much time has passed. I do believe that the specific developers of the vaccine, the individual scientists had the best intentions, but do pharmaceutical companies have the best intentions? I don't really think so. No. And I think that's just a sign of intelligence. Nevertheless, I got the vaccine because I think it's our best bet to get society, get the economy back online as soon as possible and to protect people. So that's not really why I felt weird about getting the vaccine. The reason I felt weird about it is that I find it unusual that I would be able to get the vaccine before other people who I think need it more than I do. So here's what we know about the vaccine: that it reduces severity of illness and reduces hospitalization. There's no conclusive evidence that the vaccine prevents transmissibility. If I get the first shot, I get the second shot, we know for sure it's probably going to reduce my risk of being hospitalized and dying, but we don't know for sure that I can't still transmit the virus to another person. Like I could still be a carrier. They don't really know because there hasn't been enough time to gather this information. Although overall, the more people in the world who are vaccinated, the better it protects everyone else. But it just seems to me like the order should be different. Like it doesn't make sense that I would have the vaccine available to me before like a bus driver or someone that works in a grocery store or somebody who is at high risk of death or like my own mother. It just seems like my mom should get the vaccine before me. Nevertheless, I got it. The vaccine rollout is a huge logistical nightmare, and the people in charge are doing the best that they can, and they're making really difficult decisions. They told me it was my turn, and they invited me to a clinic, and so I went. I'm not going to argue with them. They tell me it's my turn to get the vaccine, I'm going to do it. So the clinic was really well organized. It was efficient. I only had one real complaint about the experience. So before the vaccination, I had to fill out a bunch of forms. And so just basic info like my name, address, so they can contact me to get the second jab when it's time. Just a list of basic medical stuff like, have I ever had an allergic reaction before? Have I ever had, a severe reaction like anaphylaxis to anything? Just basic questions. There was not a line on the form for emergency contact information, and I thought that was really weird. Now, there were a couple of EMTs in the room, and there were a couple of ambulances available in the parking lot, ready to go if anything happened. And I understand that it's statistically rare for anyone to have such a severe reaction to the vaccine, but we know that it has happened a few times to people. And I don't know what their protocol is. Like, say if there's a severe reaction, I don't know what their first, second, third steps are. Maybe they look in your phone for your contact information, or maybe they look in your wallet for your insurance card. Of course, not everybody has insurance. If people aren't organized, then maybe their insurance card isn't in their wallet. I have insurance and my card is in my wallet. Anyway, it would have instilled more confidence in me if there was a line on the form for emergency contact information. So inwardly, I had a little double activated masculine SI freak out, as I do, just quietly to myself. And I thought to myself, I don't understand why I'm not consulted on these matters. I feel like all forms should be approved by me before they are widely disseminated. I think also that parking lot designs should be approved by me before they break ground and start construction. I don't know why people don't consult me on these matters. So anyway, I didn't make a fuss about the form. The only thing that I said when I walked up to the nurse who was actually going to stick me with the needle, I said, hey, there's no line on this form for emergency contact information. I just want you to know that this is my partner. I wrote it on my arm. This is my partner, and this is his phone number, and he's sitting out in the truck in the parking lot waiting for me. And she, assumed that I was nervous, and she said, it's very unlikely that you'll have a reaction. It's very rare. I understand all that. I know the statistics, but statistics are meaningless to me. If you're playing musical chairs with 100 people, one person is still going to fall on their ass at the end. And if that one person is you, then statistics don't matter. So I would feel more comfortable playing musical chairs with 100 people than I would with 5, because the chance of me falling on my ass in a game of musical chairs with 5 people is much greater than if I'm playing musical chairs with 100 people. I understand that because I'm not stupid. But if you fall on your ass and you're the one, then you're the one. Somebody has to be the one. So that's why statistics don't feel meaningful to me, even though I know that logically there is some meaning. There's some kind of meaning. So a long time ago, 1985, my father died in a plane crash. And it wasn't a small plane, it was a jet plane. So this is statistically extremely rare. It's extremely rare for a commercial jet plane to crash. So how do I feel when I'm on a plane? Does that statistic comfort me? It would be even more statistically rare if my father died in a plane crash and I also died in a plane crash. That's like astronomically almost impossible. So does that make me feel more comforted when I'm on a plane? No, because if you're it, you're it. You know what I mean? So in case you're wondering about the vaccination, my arm kind of hurts, and that's about it. I'm a little bit tired. That could be anything. My energy is really inconsistent. Any symptoms that I might have, could just be psychosomatic. I feel a little bit tired, but I don't have a headache. I don't have nausea. Of course, I only took this 4 or 5 hours ago. So we'll see. Over the next few days, I will actually let you know if I have, a headache or any adverse side effects.